Hi Salwa.
Hi Tamara.
Nice to meet you.
Nice meeting.
Before we start, can you give a brief introduction about yourself?
So I'm from Egypt. I moved to Dubai in 2007, and it has been a very amazing journey here since I came to Dubai. I've been with TBWA since 2016, but before that I was with TBWA from 2007 to 2009, and in between I moved to Publicis.
So our first question today is, with TBWA being a disruption company that's built on the mantra of risk-taking, how do you balance making these financially logical decisions with producing these new and fresh marketing concepts?
This is the real challenge I face every day.
Yeah.
And basically it's an agile environment here, and you have to think quickly and to act quickly.
Yeah.
So being the compliance officer who should follow the process and make sure the process is followed actually by everyone, you are required to solve problems and be even sometimes proactive in taking decisions. So I try to balance it, and this is because you look at it, you are dealing with creatives. They don't want to follow process. They don't want to do what everyone else is doing. They have a proactive idea. They want it done.
Yeah.
And if you are not helping them, they look at you as the obstacle. You're putting obstacles for them. However, to be honest, being engaged in this business for a long time, I started to understand the importance of acting quickly as much as possible without breaking the rules.
Yeah, and then always finding the balance also with the financial
definitely
aspect.
Yeah,
okay. And as well as that, I wanted to ask, specifically being a woman in this male-dominated industry, how has this shaped your leadership style? And do you think that your approach to leadership brings a different perspective to this financial management and decision-making process because of being a woman?
As a woman, you bring some traits that, like the patience, like the empathy, and you are capable of giving more. And I believe that the EQ is very important. The interpersonal skills are very important. Now this role is not like before, or it's not the same like before. It's more of an integration with the business. You have to be part of the business.
Yeah, of course. And the next question I have for you is the importance of support systems in corporate workplaces. So how important do you think these support systems are? And do you feel that TBWA RAAD specifically has done efforts to implement these systems of support for its employees and specifically for women in the industry?
Yeah, this is actually a very good question, because if we look at the numbers, you will find that only 13% of women made it to the CFO role. And it requires courage and a robust ecosystem of support. Specifically, we have it here in TBWA with our CEO to push women to the leadership. We have so many examples in the past. This is something that is like it's here in the UAE since let's say 10 or 15 years. They are driving equality and reducing the gender gap, but TBWA is doing it since day one.
Yeah, that's very impressive. And as well as that, I wanted to ask, now the digital age is, constantly transforming. We're in a time period where this is all new to us and new to everyone. So I wanted to ask, this digital transformation, has this affected this financial management and strategy?
Actually, we're working on this since 3 years now. We're trying to be up to speed we created as a department, we created the dashboards using the Power BI. We are trying to use the company's AI tool as much as possible.
Yeah.
So we are up to speed with what's happening in the industry and also with the company.
So you specifically, you were predominantly in the Middle East throughout your career, right? So I wanted to ask that navigating these corporate and cultural dynamics in the Middle East, how have these experiences shaped your approach to leadership, taking account the environment of the Middle East?
Yeah, definitely. You know that here in TBWA we have 35 different nationalities.
Yeah.
So it was actually challenging when I moved from Egypt to Dubai, and I had to deal with different nationalities, different accents, different dialects, different way of thinking. So it was challenging, and day after day I started to learn to accept and to understand others, and not thinking from like an Egyptian perspective only. I have to have an open-minded. So definitely it made an impact throughout my career, and now I understand like when you sit in the boardroom, you can read the room easily now.
First of all, you have a background obviously in finance and accounting, but you also have, interestingly, a certificate in life coaching and energy healing, and also a certificate in nutrition. So how do you integrate these diverse fields into your professional and personal life, and do you think there's any synergy between the fields?
Definitely there is. So, there is that. This is my passion.
Yeah.
And as we were discussing before we start, you get to know your passion late in your life when you are more mature. So I started with the life coaching certificate, and it was the purpose was to understand better myself.
Yeah.
And it helped me a lot to read people and to be able to deal and communicate with people. So definitely, because I believe that the EQ is more important than the IQ. Not as important, more important.
Really?
IQ is really important, but EQ is really important across all fields. So it started with the life coaching, and it changed my perspective in life. And actually it made me more positive, and even when you work you are more positive about you look at problems with a positive perspective. And then I started being interested in energy healing, and also it made a huge difference when it comes to work as well. Nutrition came like 2 years ago when I became more obsessed with health. Yeah. So it's all about balance. So you balance your balance sheet, you balance your accounts, and you balance your life. I actually was very keen to put this energy in the team, and even when it comes to communication. So if you think of it, you wouldn't expect that the accountant will communicate on a daily basis with the team. Basically, they are the most communicator department that communicates with everyone.
Yeah, so you want to transform, like maybe someone sees an accountant first as like monotone.
So they changed, to be honest. The mindset changed, the energy moved to them. So the whole department now is more of an energetic, integrated department. And even I changed the way they think of stuff. And even when it comes coming back to the first question, I told them, don't block. You're not a blocker. You are an officer, yes, to make sure that the process is followed. However, you're not a blocker. You should be a partner.
Yeah. So alongside that, you talked earlier about balance and how balance is important, and your philosophy is both life and numbers should come out positive. So this has become your guiding principle in your career. So firstly, what do you think this means to you, both on a personal and maybe on a, corporate level?
Yeah, to be honest, I believe in balance in life, balance in attitude, balance in everything, even at health. When I was like studying, and I felt like this is extreme, this is not matching my personality, I have to follow. So it's all about balance in life. You have to balance your life. You have to make sure that your work, you are disciplined at work, but when it comes to your weekend, you have to enjoy, you have to do something that you love. And even I do this with the team. I ask them, when they stay late, you don't have to stay late.
Yeah.
You can give your heart to work during the work day, and then you have to relax. So basically, as a CFO, my role here is to make sure that the company is growing, the cash flow is healthy and positive. So all this, it's all about balance here. You're balancing everything.
Yeah. And finally, you have a lot of experience, and because of that, you have a lot of wisdom. So would you like to share what some of the most important wisdom or advice with the audience?
Definitely, especially with the young women. So be authentic, be yourself, set your boundaries. No one should cross your boundaries. And the most important thing is beware of ego.
Yeah.
Ego is your biggest enemy. And just fly and flourish.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome, Tamara. It's nice meeting you.
Nice meeting you too.